Islamic preacher wanted by Indian counter-terrorism agency for violence, money laundering arrives Nigeria on Sultan's invitation. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. Zakir Naik, a prominent Islamic preacher and fugitive wanted by the Indian Counterterrorism Agency for inciting religious disharmony or the feelings of enmity, hatred in his teachings, arrived in Nigeria on Monday on the invitation of Said Abubakar, the Sultan of Sokoto. Mr. Naik, 57, became infamous when one of the suspects in the 2016 attack in Dakar, which resulted in the horrific death of 22 people, said the preacher's teachings had motivated him to kill people. But his presence in Nigeria, a country fraught with religious violence and activities of Boko Haram terrorists, predominantly Muslims, has stirred worries that his lecture scheduled for 4 days across Sokoto, Abuja, and Ilorin may evoke the same emotions in his Nigerian audience to fan the embers of insecurity. Last Monday, the controversial Islamic preacher uploaded photos of himself posing with officials of the Nigerian Immigration Service and Air Force and captioned them "Interaction with Muslim Immigration" to the chagrin of many citizens who reminded him Nigeria is not a Muslim nation. In addition to charging Mr. Naik with encouraging terrorism through his teachings, the Indian authorities also charged him with the money laundering of $28 million with which he bought opulent properties in Pune and Mumbai in India, and that he had been using his relatives' standings to hoard dubious money. He refuted the allegations. Enforcement Directorate (ED), the Indian government agency that investigates and prosecutes financial crimes, said the Islamic Research Foundation (IRF) owned by Mr. Naik had received funds from dubious or suspicious sources which he used to buy himself luxury properties in India, build exotic bungalows in Dubai, and pay for events where he could make provocative speeches. The Indian ED also said they uncovered shady transactions between his UAE and India bank accounts. In 2010, Mr. Naik was banned from entering the UK by the then Home Secretary Theresa May on account of his numerous comments which would neither be acceptable nor tolerated in the English nation. Coming to the United Kingdom is a privilege, not a right, and I'm not willing to allow those who might not be conducive to public good to enter the United Kingdom. Malaysia, where the controversial preacher sought refuge after fleeing his native country, India, also barred him from speaking at public gatherings over incendiary racial comments against Malaysians of Indian and Northern descent in 2019. Datuk Asmawati Ahmad, then spokesperson for the Royal Malaysian Police, said the order to bar Mr. Naik from giving public speeches was issued in the interest of national security and to preserve racial harmony. As of March 2023, Arindam Bagchi, spokesperson of Indian Ministry of External Affairs, MEA, said the government was working with Oman authorities to extradite Mr. Naik. Zakir Naik is an accused in numerous cases in India. He is a fugitive from justice. We have taken up the matter with the government of Oman and Oman authorities. We will continue to take all necessary measures to bring him to face justice in India. Economic Times quoted Mr. Bagchi as saying, "It was, however, concerning that a man whose teachings have been outlawed in free countries due to their propensity to incite violence and hatred towards other non-Islamic religions will be given a platform to speak in Nigeria, a country fighting religious extremism and allocating a significant portion of its budget to counter insecurity." Within a few hours of landing in Nigeria, Mr. Naik has already courted controversy with his Muslim immigration, caption of photos of himself and paramilitary officials. The post next has over 2 million views and thousands of reactions, a staggering increase from the mostly low impression on his account. The Sultan of Sokoto did not immediately respond to an inquiry about whether or not he knew he was harboring a wanted alleged criminal in his home. harboring a wanted alleged criminal in his home. Well, these people are trying so hard to fan the what's it called, to fan violence, if you ask me. Now, if you talk now, then go say, after all, we can go bring Israeli whatever. Maybe that is what you're going to see in the first. But this is what I'm going to tell them. Person where they harbor thief, na thief. Person where they harbor murderer, na murderer. Person where they harbor person with thief, na thief. Person where they harbor murderer, na also murderer. Because if you in any way prevent justice, prevent the law to take its course on that particular situation with that person, believe you me, you don't follow commit the crime with that person commit. There is no two ways about it. This is not a matter of no, it's not true. He should quickly go back to India. We do not want him here. Our load is already heavy. He should not come and add to it. We Nigerians are calling up God Almighty to make our load belong light. You do not want his guide in Nigeria. Now talk with this one. They don't send you. They don't send us for this country now. We the citizens, had it been this, they send us. As this man, they enter Nigeria, had it been say we get good government, they go down order this man, say, oh yeah, I send they enter, make him do waiting, about turn, make him go back to where he come. They go down escort them back. At the tell you go down join the next available flights. But alas, my dear, they no sign, they no sign us. They don't send us misses. That is the problem Nigeria is facing with the North. The Northerners are always harboring criminals. Okay, now. This thing where you talk now, don't cause quarrel. Religious fanatics only flourish in social media, but you Islam is a religion of peace, and after Nike, you infidels have the right to involve or pop or invite Pope or any other cafe elsewhere. It's not only of peace, but of now don't start to. The man never even started the talking around, they quarrel over each other. Make una calm down. Make una do it and calm down. The northern Nigeria is now a breeding grounds for terrorists. I am not surprised. I kill you not. And the thing is, if you now speak, they are now offended. If you're offended by what people are saying, why don't you do the return and you leave? Like I said, if really Nigeria is this actually for us, this is actually it. When Nigeria ambassador #1 terrorist made the FCT minister, where were you? I advise people to join him during this lecture so that you can find peace and salvation. Which rubbish, nonsense, peace and salvation. For the country when they that peace and salvation then saying do this. See, I just got to beg you. At this point, I don't get joy. Nobody get joy for this country. Which kind of peace and salvation be that? Did you hear what they said? Did his teachings did in communities he actually went into? Was there anything like P for peace or S for salvation they said he was sharing? Look at the using a brain. No? Like I said, if the government valued us as citizens, the moment this man stepped into this country, they're going to escort him back to where they come from, not minding how many millions of naira the so-called side spent to bring him in. All right, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.